Monday Night Raw took place last night in the Performance Center, another one of those empty arena shows, but this was a bit different, and it took a lot of inspiration from AEW Dynamite. Last week's Dynamite was shot really well. It was shot in Daly's place in Jacksonville, and what they did was, instead of having the hard camera on the empty crowd, they had the hard camera right on the Titantron, or the entrance stage, and it looked really good, actually. He had people in the crowd that were basically wrestlers and performers, and they loaded it up, and they actually made it not look like a dead arena, and WWE just looks miserable with theirs. So they changed it a bit differently. They took notes, and people were saying, "Oh, WWE ripped off AEW." Heard AEW fans say that. What I would say is AEW took a lot more from WWE than WWE will ever take from AEW. Let's just be honest. Anyway, you had a Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman promo. I think Brock should win. I take some heat for saying that. Some people want Drew to win. I prefer see Drew as champ. Let's see what he can do. But I think Brock should win now, because I think if we're going to give Drew McIntyre a big coronation, you can't have it in front of no one in the fucking arena. You can't have. I don't think they're going to have it at WrestleMania next year. I don't think they can do a stadium show. I don't even mind if they would just do it like at SummerSlam. Just do it at SummerSlam. Don't do it here. Brock should win. But anyway, Heyman promo. Don't care. They showed Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Seth Rollins from World 2015. That was a hell of a matchup, actually. Remember, that was a great match. Even though that gets overshadowed, because as soon as that ended, the Royal Rumble match was a piece of fucking shit. It was like the worst Royal Rumble in 2015. That's when Roman Reigns won, and it was in Philly, and the fans wanted Daniel Bryan, and they booed the shit out of everything in that match. That was a mess. That show was a mess, that main event. But that was a great match. Why are they showing Royal Rumble? Why don't they just show something from WrestleMania? They showed Charles Oscar later, so. Next, we have an AJ Styles promo. Very good promo by AJ here. I thought he did really well. He rips into Undertaker, and he shows like an Instagram video Undertaker did with Michelle McCool, and they're promoting the tiger, and they have a tiger in their fucking swimming pool. That's crazy. Who the hell has a tiger in their swimming pool? Jesus Christ. Anyway, AJ rips into him. He makes fun of Undertaker's pants, and they call them maternity pants. AJ eventually says, I'm tired of Mark Calloway. I want to see the Undertaker, the dead man. So he challenges the Undertaker to a boneyard match, and I think this is going to be really good. This could be the best part of the show if they do it right. I think it should basically be the final deletion. Remember that the stuff they did in TNA with the Hardy Brothers? Of course, it's kind of ironic since Matt's been in the news because he went to AEW last week, but they should do something like that. Do it like that. Just do WrestleMania more as a movie. I think that'd be actually interesting. I don't think they have enough time to edit that, but for that match particularly, you should just shoot it like that. Shoot it like it's the final deletion. It'd actually be really entertaining. They could do it, and it would be the best match on the show for all we know. Who would have thought that Undertaker who can't move, but if they shoot that right at like a graveyard, it could actually be super entertaining. Let's see what they do with it. I think it could be good. Yeah, that's it. I think it's going to be more like a boneyard match. It's like a buried alive match, I assume. Just probably you bury your opponent. I think it'll be a buried alive match. Street Profits defend their titles against Andrade and Angel Garza at WrestleMania. They go backstage, and you see Charlie Caruso interview Andrade, Angel Garza, and Zelina Vega. And Zelina Vega rips into Charlie Caruso because I think she knows that Angel likes her, and she says, "You look okay, just okay." I mean, compared to when you compare, Charlie Caruso is a very attractive one. I think when you compare it to Zelina Vega, though, yeah, I think she might just be okay. Andrade, and then they ripped into the Street Profits, said Angel Garza wink at her, so I guess that leads to Zelina not liking Charlie, and probably leads to Andrade and Angel having a match. I assume that's how that's going to end. But it's going to end with, they're not winning. I think the Street Profits are locked to win at the fucking performance. I'm not calling it WrestleMania. It's not WrestleMania. The Performance Center show. But just this match might even be taped right now for all we know. They show they're going to have a new episode of Firefly Funhouse, so that might be the whole show. Just make that at least half the show. That can be a very long segment. Andrade in regards to beat Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Long match up here. Did well. Then you had the Street Profits against Shane Thorne and Brandon Vinnick, two jobbers. Street Profits take it. And they run down the Mania card, and they announce it's also Aleister Black against Bobby Lashley. I don't know why. Lana's back from the movie since it probably got canceled. And we're going to get the worst match of in WrestleMania history, Elias and Baron Corbin. they go to have Charlie Caruso do a sit-down interview with Shayna Baszler, and this was good. And Baszler's not answering any of her questions. She just stares down Caruso. And then eventually, but it's uncomfortable. Eventually, she finally answers. And then Shayna says, why don't you just ask me the question we all want to know? And she asks, why do you care about the belt? Something like that. Turns out she does care about the belt. She was a fucking NXT champ for like 2 years. But she wants to destroy, and she wants to tell, not because she cares about the belt, that losing the belt will destroy Becky Lynch. She wants to break Becky. She wants to ruin her, make her miserable, devastate her, break her heart, something like that. So, as Caruso tries to ask another question, Shayna is suddenly hit behind with a steel chair, and it is Becky Lynch. And man, that was like a jump scare in a horror movie. It's like when someone's talking, all of a sudden like a killer jumps up from anywhere. It's like, oh shit, out of nowhere. I had no idea Becky was there. And it was like a loud noise. If that was a crowd, I would have run it because they would have saw Becky. They would have just got me noise. But with the way this was shown, like, oh, that was really good. And then she beats her down. Becky hits her again with the chair, and Becky gets some revenge on Shayna finally. Now Aleister Black beats Leon Ruff. Then you have a Kevin Owens Seth Rollins segment. It was okay. It was fine. Rollins talks about the PC and NXT wouldn't exist without him. And he talks about how he really is trying to make it like he gave everyone on the Indies an opportunity, which is true to an extent, but I think it had more to do with Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, their success on the main roster. Also, speaking of Daniel Bryan, I watched WrestleMania 30 again this past week. That's like one of my favorite WrestleManias now. It was a while, but I think I can say it's in the top 3. I put 17-1, 19-2, and 33. I love WrestleMania 30. What an amazing show. It's not necessarily the match quality. If anything, the following year, 31, which was also a great show, and much better match quality than 30, but 30 was just a spectacle. The way it started with Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock in the ring, just that awesome segment, which was just great. The Superdome rib, which made it funny and entertaining. Then you had Triple H, and of course he had an awesome entrance with Charlotte, Alexa, and Sasha, and Daniel Bryan comes out and have a hell of a match. Man, that was a great match. Daniel Bryan wins it. And as it continued, of course, the streak ending, which was the biggest shock ever in WrestleMania history, and Daniel Bryan winning the belt. That was an amazing show. Just to give you a quick review, you should watch it again. I watched it again on ESPN, and it was great. Anyway, Rollins talks about WrestleMania, how he's successful and Owens not successful. He was on the show last year, even though he was supposed to face Daniel Bryan. I think that was almost confirmed. It was going to be Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens for the WWE title until Kofi got really hot and they went Kofi instead, which was a certain because that was Owens. The fans would have just changed for Kofi the whole match, but he rips into his Mania performance. Is he that bad? I mean, he beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 33. I don't think he's that bad. But Rollins has been very successful at WrestleMania, actually. I think he only lost to Randy Orton at 31, but he came back and won the belt that same night. So he's been pretty damn successful. So finally, they show Charlotte Flair and Asuka from WrestleMania 34. That was a great match. I don't know. I was kind of mad I was still being mad when Asuka lost. You can go back and watch my review. Actually, I reviewed it. I was like, I don't know about this. And I mean, Asuka hasn't been a complete loser. I thought, she's going to bury her after this, and they did for a while. Then she's had some reigns. She won the SmackDown Women's Title. She was just tag team, so they haven't done terrible with her. But she is not booked to be the killer she was in NXT ever since she lost that match. She really hasn't been the same. He had Charlie Caruso interview Charlotte backstage. I don't know where the other chick was, Sarah. But I said Charlie had a lot to work tonight. Did a lot of work. So Randy Orton's segment, he did great here. He had a very good segment by Randy in this promo. It's basically a go-home promo for the match with Edge, which is going to happen soon. So you may as well cut it now. And I think next week's already set. So I'm going to shoot WrestleMania probably tonight, tomorrow. Tomorrow, I actually think it's Wednesday and Thursday. And then they'll have like 10 days to edit it and stuff. So it's going to be taped. We'll see who wins with Randy and Edge in a few weeks. This was the go-home promo. Randy was fantastic here. One of his better promos. He did really well. And he rips into him for sitting on the couch for 9 years. And he says he did love Edge's daughters and tried sending him home for them. But now Edge wanted the last man standing. And Edge was writing his story. And Randy Orton would write the last chapter and would end it. I accept. Damn. All right. Okay. amazing promo by Randy Orton that sets up the match with Edge at WrestleMania. Or I'm not, you know what? Sorry, I made a mistake. I said I wouldn't call it at the fucking Performance Center. It's not WrestleMania. That piece of shit they're shooting, that pre-recorded thing, it could be an entertaining show. Do not call it WrestleMania. Call it Backlash. Call it anything else. Please do not call it WrestleMania, because it's not.